Right now, millions of students are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on degrees that companies are slowly starting to ignore, pause, and in the next 5 years, this could become the biggest career mistake of your life. Welcome back. If you're new here, this channel is about what's actually happening in the economy and what it means for your career. And today, we're talking about something that touches almost every single person watching this video. We're talking about the slow, quiet collapse of the college degree. Here as something your parents never told you, and something your college definitely didn't put in the brochure. In the last decade, the number of people with college degrees has gone up dramatically. More graduates than ever. More people going to college than ever before. But at the same time, the number of quality entry-level jobs that actually require those degrees ... has gone down. Think about that for a second. More supply of graduates, less demand for them. That's not a recipe for success. That's a recipe for a bubble. And bubbles eventually pop. Now you might be thinking, okay, but degrees still matter, right? Companies still ask for them. Hiring managers still check that box. And yes, for now, some of them do. But here's where it gets really interesting, and honestly a little scary. The rules of the game are changing, quietly, behind closed doors, and most students, and even most parents, have no idea it's already happening. Let me ask you a question. When a company hires someone in 2025, what do they actually care about? Skills, output, results. They want to know, can this person do the job? Can they produce? Can they use the tools we need? And more and more. Companies are realizing a degree doesn't answer those questions. IBM removed the degree requirement from more than half its job listings. Apple, Google, Tesla, Delta Airlines. Even the federal government rolled back degree requirements for thousands of federal positions. These aren't small companies making a bold experiment. These are the biggest names in the world, and they are telling you clearly that the degree is no longer the gatekeeper. What they want now is proof. Proof that you can do the work. A portfolio, a project, a certification, demonstrated skills with AI tools, results you can show. The hiring world is slowly shifting from what did you study to what can you do? And that single shift changes everything. But wait, it gets deeper than just companies changing their hiring rules. There's something happening underneath the surface that nobody's talking about loudly enough. And I call it the hidden collapse. Here's what's happening at the entry level. Every year, millions of fresh graduates step off the graduation stage and enter the job market. Diploma in hand, debt in pocket, hope in heart, and they're all applying for the same jobs. But those entry-level jobs, they're disappearing. AI is handling more of the routine analytical work. The work that used to be done by a 22-year-old with a fresh business degree, a model can now do it faster, cheaper, and without breaks. Add to that a concept called degree inflation. Degree inflation is when a job that used to require a high school diploma now requires a bachelor's degree. And a job that used to require a bachelor's now wants a master's. Not because the job got harder, but because there are so many applicants. Companies use the degree as a filter just to cut down the pile. So you have this brutal combination, too many graduates chasing too few roles, while AI is eliminating the easiest to enter jobs at the bottom. The floor is disappearing under people's feet, and they don't feel it until they're already falling. That's the hidden collapse. Now here's where I want to be really direct with you. Because this next part is uncomfortable. College degrees are becoming three things simultaneously: expensive. The average student loan debt in the US is now over $37,000 per borrower. For a 4-year private university, you're often looking at $100,000, $150,000 or more. And that debt doesn't disappear when you can't find a job. It follows you for years, sometimes decades. Slow. 4 years is a long time. Industries are changing so fast that what you learn in year one might already be outdated by graduation. You spend 4 years studying frameworks and theories and then step into a world that has already moved on. Outdated Most college curriculums were not designed for the AI era. They're not teaching prompt engineering. They're not teaching how to use the tools that top companies are now expecting employees to know on day one. There is a real growing gap between what universities are teaching and what the market actually needs. Now, I want to be clear, I'm not saying college is dead. I'm not saying don't go to university. Some fields, medicine, law, engineering, still require that credential and that specific knowledge base. But for a massive portion of careers in business, tech, marketing, design, finance, communications, the degree to outcome math is breaking down. The return on investment is shrinking, and the risk is going up. So where does this go from here? In the next 5 to 10 years, I believe we're going to see 3 major shifts. First, skill-based hiring is going to become the default, not the exception. Platforms like LinkedIn are already building skills assessments. Companies are using AI to screen candidates not by their degree, but by their demonstrated ability. Portfolios will matter more than diplomas. Second, the alternatives to college will become mainstream. Boot camps, certificates, online courses, apprenticeships, self-taught paths. These routes used to come with a stigma. Now they come with job offers. That shift will only accelerate. Third, the credential gap will become a debt trap for millions of people who follow the traditional advice without questioning it. People who spent 4 or 5 years and 6 figures on degrees that didn't translate into the career they expected. That gap between what was promised and what was delivered is going to be a defining economic story of this decade. And the people who see this shift early, who ask the hard questions now before they commit 4 years and $100,000, they'll be the ones who come out ahead. Here's what I want you to walk away with today. This isn't about hating college. It's not about tearing down higher education. It's about asking one honest question. In 22.5... Is the path you're on still the best path to where you want to go? Because the world is not waiting for institutions to catch up. The economy is shifting. The hiring rules are changing. AI is reshaping entire industries. And the careers that will matter most over the next 20 years will not be won by the people who had the most expensive piece of paper on their wall. They'll be won by the people who adapted, by the people who learned the right skills, not just the credentialed ones, by the people who ask uncomfortable questions early. The real risk is not that college is useless. It's that you might realize it too late. If this video made you think, hit like, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more honest content about where the economy is really headed. I'll see you in the next one.